Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It is Wednesday, January 3rd. This is the daily market recap. So, what a day we all had here in the service today, and what a day in the market. So, today is day two of the year, a nice big move again to start the year, and you know, paid off real handsomely today for us here. So yesterday, I have to admit, I wasn't at my best. I got caught a little off guard, kind of recovered here today. And today kind of showed us what was going to be good and what was real from yesterday. So let's dive into it. First off, the Fed minutes came and went, and the banks still look like here. Not death, not much, just kind of sitting here. I did take some JP Morgan calls earlier today into this pop, regretting it, but I'm red on them, but I'm sitting in them. I'm in the January 26th 108 calls. I'm going to sit in them here. It goes ex-divvy tomorrow, so I take a little smack, but we have the jobs number and earnings coming, and banks love to jump into earnings, so we'll see how that plays out. I do like that here as we move forward. Energy continues to run. We saw some big call buying in energy today. By the way, guys, if you want to chat with me, feel free. I can chat with you and interact with you. Big call buying here in energy today. This thing has moved a lot. It's extended. I'm not looking at any of the names here. I know some of you guys caught XOM on my post. That's great. I'm really happy to hear that. I've been sitting in Will, and that's had a nice move for me here, and I'm just going to ride that out. I did close my AMD common position today. I was very red. I got back and made a profit on it and took it off. So I was happy to do that. What else today that I want to talk about from my trades? Apple today was on the list this morning. Apple, there wasn't really any flow into it. We traded it today for the gap fill, got out on this candle. So if we go on a 5-minute chart, it was this first red candle was a topping tail for me. Gap fill was only a couple pennies above it. Got out there for almost a 50-cent win on options. And it's just been weak every day. What this is saying to me here, if you look at the daily candle, it's not ready. It filled the gap, but it has no power, and that was it. And you have a shooting star candle today. A sign that probably some more weakness ahead. We'll have to see how this plays out. So Apple's not really on my radar here, barring something changing going into tomorrow. Some of the names that we did talk about today, Roku. Roku today was a nice trade. Wanted on the open, grabbed a couple hundred shares early, and I made a big clustered error. I got up 50 cents on a couple hundred shares, and I moved my stop to 54.11, which was break even. They spread the bid ask. They nailed my stop, and they got me out at, I think, 54.26, and I missed the huge move. So not real thrilled with that, but you know what happens. Had a great trade in Apple. You know, this one will go down as, okay, didn't work. I should have worked. I had the right idea. It didn't work, but I called this out pre-market. Called out Celgene this morning, pre-market. This is around 8 o'clock this morning. Said this is a name we should be looking for. Huge move today. Want to watch it now. It's coming to the top of that gap. Biotech has been strong. If biotech's going to remain strong, I expect Celgene to run into that gap, and boy, does it look good. What else did we talk about pre-market this morning? We talked about OSTK. Hey, guess what? We got a reversal candle yesterday. I tweeted out to you guys, everybody. We broke the downtrend today. We are now clearing 70. Once above 70, there's not much resistance up to 75. So here we go. I'm in common, and I have a couple of the Jan 70 calls at 410. They're currently trading at 565. You know, I tweet this stuff out all live, guys. I tweet some of this stuff publicly, but you see like less than a 0.5% of what I tweet privately to my people. So if this is something you're interested in, I'm going to give you a link at the end to join for 25 bucks a month, which is nothing. If you can't make 25 bucks a month for the first month, it renews at 100. No reason not to give me a try. By the way, I'm sitting here, IBM calls coming in. Jan 2020 calls on IBM are coming in. Jan 2020, 190 calls. Block at $1.36 million worth. So we've seen some big activity on IBM here. So let's go look at that one, because you know why? Tell you why. IBM was on my morning list, right? IBM, you can see them still coming in here. Here it is. See my morning setups. It was on my list this morning. Nice move here. Resistance, I said, the next resistance is 162.51. So any pullbacks, I'd be trying IBM here moving forward on that name. Like that one as well. We talked about a bunch of these. Google was on my list this morning. It gave another day up to here to a new all-time high. I didn't take it. Let's talk about some things that we didn't look at. Tesla. Tesla showed us that yesterday was a mirage. We have a reversal candle failure here to the downside. I have no position in Tesla. I haven't touched it. We're still in Twitter. We're in March calls. We like this name. This is consolidating nicely after a big move. I think it's only a matter of time before this one takes off and runs again as well. What else are we looking at here? FACU. What is it? FCAU, right? I got long some calls on this today. They have been buying the living hell out of the June calls on this all day, and they've thrown in some Feb ones as well. Here you go in your June. Look at this call buying in here today. 22nd, 23rd, and 24th strikes. Look at the volume here. These were all added up slowly over time. They've been buying them all day. They might be legging into some kind of spread, but whatever it is, it's extremely bullish. I am long the 22s. I at 0.80 at 80 actually at 0.78 cents. So some of the positions I'm in here. Like this one a lot here at this point. What else today? Trying to think, guys. A lot of flow, very bullish. Flow was slow early. Overall, the markets look good, but just that little bit inside me says get a little bit nervous here. The VIX closed here, is down under at 9. We usually get a reversal here. It doesn't mean the market sells. It means we can see some type of volatility and more rotation. What else are we seeing here? I want to bring up something else. Breadth. Breadth today was not great. It's come back up, but really today was a very narrow rally today. And that doesn't mean anything's done. It just means it was narrow. It means they were playing with very selective names. And I love that because then we can play with those names, right? Ulta, another name we looked at this morning, was on my list. It gapped up and I didn't chase it, but look at the move I had, right? Beautiful, beautiful move in Ulta here today. So every day I do my morning video. I do option flow through the day, my trades, news, events, charts, anything that comes up. By the way, OSTK here on a side chart. I'm looking at it. OSTK is going nuts. Hey, Noel, how are you? Yep, I saw Intel. Hey, Chris, thanks. Great calls. No square buyers today, Noel. No square, but look at the volume. I want to look at this. Look at the volume here in OSTK coming in here. Remember yesterday I pointed a Roku out to you guys on the close here. Look at this. If this doesn't get us a day two, I'll be shocked. We clearing this area. I think we run off towards 75 here, and we'll see what happens there. Square was on my list this morning, Noel. I like Square. I like Square a lot here. Look at this blasting off here now late this afternoon. I like this name here. It's just a tough spot. Clearing the resistance at this point, something I'll be looking at as we move forward. So I like that one as well. Overall, guys, there's no fear in this market. There's nothing but bull flow out there. They keep hedging with the VIX and puts on the SPY and the Qs and the IWM, but there's just no fear in this market at this point. So you have to try to find ways to stay long and stay involved in it. And that's what we've been doing. Tomorrow will be day 3. We'll look to see what we can do there. Nice and green in my accounts. Been a very start to the first year. Yesterday, honestly, not a great day for me. By the way, I want to point out, other than Square, BABA here. BABA starting to get going here. So BABA, kind of weak all day, held in and now turning up. I think BABA's buyable on these dips here as well as we move forward. And the one thing they do in this market is they rotate. They rotate, they rotate, they rotate. And, right now it's about rotation and they're rotating out. So some of these names that ran the last couple of days, they'll probably rotate. And maybe we see more stuff like this OSTK and some of this blockchain names which have been cooling off. And I do think they come back to banks here. I would not be surprised if the banks explode tomorrow ahead of the jobs number. So just put that in your back of your mind, something we could see there. And if you guys have no questions, I'm going to call it an evening. It was a great day. I hope you all had a great day. Chris, I know you've been killing it, and I love seeing that. And I know some of you people out there have been killing it. If you're having a hard time, you don't understand what I'm doing, please, please, please ask away. Any questions you may have, please ask at this point. I'd be happy to help you. If you guys are interested in joining us here, love to have you on board. I do a promotion. You know what? I was just going to do this for a limited time, but to be honest with you, I see no reason not to just do it. And allow people to come in on the cheap. So $25 for the first month. Auto renews at 100. You can cancel before then. It's 30 days. Come on board. Subscribe now. You get everything. You get the morning setup videos, you get the nightly recap videos, which you're hearing here tonight. You get all the flow during the day, the news, my trades. And then every Thursday night at 6, we do a mentoring webinar, which is just for subscribers, where we come in and we go back through all the action and what's going on, and allows you to ask questions on how to trade or any issues you guys are having, and just some personal one-on-one time with me, or one-on multiple time with me. But you guys get it. It's a very limited audience. So that said, guys, I'd love to have you with me. SmartOptionTrading.com. Please join me. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow.